Welcome back to the JSFL 1 p.m. Sunday game. We got the Phoenix Gila Monsters at 7-3, hosting the 7-3 Seattle Natives, who Kermit Poe is leading them, and they're on a quite hot streak right now. See if they can keep that momentum in Phoenix, who is on a 2-game loss streak. I'll kick it off to your commentators in just a moment, and we'll do that when it gets to kickoff. But I feel like you guys want me to announce the starts of these games, which I'm okay with just doing the start. But here we go. It's going to be a good one in Phoenix. The Gila Monsters fight against the Natives probably for who's going to... Well, this is definitely going to be probably for who wins the division. Teams getting hyped for this one. Big divisional matchup. Fighting for that first round bye still, I guess. Technically still in that race. But more importantly, that home game. Want to host a game. And whoever wins today, they got that in the bag. So, kick it out to the commentators now. We have Brandon Gatton and Charles Davis.
The kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Now take it in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And ready to Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
What I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys are coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Here's an inside goal. Up to the 35 before they're able to knock it down. Gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off this quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And out we go. Unable to get downhill there, so take this out to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. And this whole line is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now whistles and a flag. I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. On the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down on a gain of 13. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
That's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about it.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come out second and long. On the midfield stripe, they'll make the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Like this with a ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. And he's going to go down again.
For a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. We talked with them prior to the game. They said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Oh, what play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Now handoff here to his running back. And we'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
They just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Now first carry for their fullback. But he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
A play like that, there should be congratulations to you. I think because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not come down easily. You're right, but he did there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just 1 yard gain on the play. That'll mean it called a punt team as it's fourth down.
We often talk about situation of football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation. So they're turning the ball back over to the offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense help the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Dustin Franklin now. And no for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. You take it right on the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come out first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. It winds up falling incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They would love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. It's complete. He's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First time these two have worked out this afternoon, and it's a first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Like right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
And then out of gun. He loses the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out that first time. I'll try to do better here. They'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw, 2nd and 10. And quickly here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're the first corner. He's going to get some catches when they rally to it quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, and you do it all game long. They catch it, you tackle them, they go down in the spot. If you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage for the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to get that first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
He stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct. You're able to turn that into a positive gain. Second and 3. Complete. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Inside draw. This is their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Second and 5. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about it. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his, and only his.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. Second and 12.
This is a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and throwing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. Again, the run defense stopped this time. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. He got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick, and what a terrific play. Holding him to no gain.
Looking to throw. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 16-yard touchdown. As these guys were able to strike first in this opening quarter. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Harrison Bunker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Parker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes back to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
This time to the tailback. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up now, second and 4 from the 31. He'll give it here to his running back. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. And we haven't been able to do that during the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Some time left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took the possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Andy Lee now. That's he'll punt it away for the second time. Got a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
from that position. You're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
We have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The zone, and that's a safety. I think you can go ahead and give your player an assist on that one. Pinned deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
Right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football. Is the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
The 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers. And, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
See if he can do just that. The throw here to start the drive as they connect left side. 5 at the 44. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
The offense versus his own defense. Guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the outside. It gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on the ball. Give him 5 on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, if you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On play action, they'll throw. Coming in, he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been a constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on the punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
Just messes things up for you offensively. But now they got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Handoff here to his running back. He's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Receiver complete. And they get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Easy red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he's going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right at the 40.
Trying to quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, the defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man on the in route, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards you pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He's got a man wide open, complete. Get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
That route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Action fake. Look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Position, he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Here we go.
Yes. He brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get running. It's 1st and goal. Running now out of the gun. Get him halfway there. He takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before he finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he takes this into the end zone for the Chiefs touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Butker on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Bucker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And on a bad return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing. That whole line, they've got to protect him.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give it more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. In this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. At the 40 at the 38-yard line. Yards to pick up, first down.
Like they do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Out of the backfield, that's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That was well defended. Completion results in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Second and 11. Tackles made at the Chiefs 40. Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. Stopping with just over a minute to go before halftime. Quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. And look, this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there. Second down. Incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world.
No, now on first and 10 actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Single. Checks this one away from home. Incomplete. Third down.
Getting caught in between here because then incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining at half number 1. To throw. He reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
You can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
down now, but that clock rolling. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They're forced to burn their third and final timeout. They stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Second and 13. And down he goes again. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at its 4. Bring it back to just about the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. McCarty's going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Let's go now.
Quickly here, and that's complete. And this Will be good for a pickup with 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down. Slant is the throws complete, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Side here, and that's complete. Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. You're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Good pick up there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. And they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
2nd and 2. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. The Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. Because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker to kick it away. Take it in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so we get out to the 20. Touchdown. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And give this time to the tailback. At the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just start back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a moment play, so be it. But the main, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Because of the red man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender to the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw. Find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the 2nd run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield complete. Give him 2 yards on that play. That's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. United, they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. They'll fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And will find his man on the end round, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum.
They're taking momentum and pretty much not just giving them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them too.
They're just looking to add to that total. They'll run it now. Out of the go. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. In the first, he was held in check on the ground, but despite their lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ready? Big series.
First down, they'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The gain of 10 and the Kansas City first down.
It's a nice completion and run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run it now, out of the gun. Here down to the 22.
I think they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete. He's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
We both know that he shouldn't. Because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get it open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
That's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive lineman.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Butker on for the PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. It's a pretty good return here. He'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
Here we go. Here we go.
Start this drive in the air. Side, it's complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in the first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He's going to take off with it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off. Now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Second and 1. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. He's right there.
Well, you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
Oh. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, here we go.
Back to throw now. Second and 10. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. I believe his first catch of the game defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Best cover guy on him, and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's been moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Second and 10. Running to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to fourth down.
Cleverly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. But that was a maybe no, yes. He's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's going to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield trying to find a receiver or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Gonzalez good on the extra point. It's an 18-point ball game. So consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. To the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they won't return this one. He'll go down to the knee, and he'll start at the 25. Here comes Kansas City. All of a sudden, they had quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. What's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
You want to lead things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. You have to use timeouts. What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it down out of the gun. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
He does it high, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run it down out of the gun. This winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2 to about the 39.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They want to keep falling forward. They want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And again, this time to the tailback. He's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets it. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up players so they can't run the football.
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
On third down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And not only does he get to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now. Here we go. And this lines up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Typically, I do think it's the strong safeties and better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, I like the free safety coming up and making the big time play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And then here we go. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 30.
The speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got to control this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he can get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll run it now. Here we go. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
But he just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
If you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that. And I say multiple so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that.